Saurus, your boy, and this is FIFA 16 PSG Career Mode Season 2, Episode 9. We are in the January transfer window at the moment, and what I have been doing is, in my spare time off camera, I have been looking at this website that I use on a regular basis known as Futhead. Very useful website. I highly recommend you guys use it, especially if you play FIFA. It gives you all of the information that you could possibly need for each individual player. And what I use it for as of now is contracts. Every player who has a contract until 2017. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the equipment to show you guys on screen exactly what I am looking at on my PC. But once again, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I only do this for my own personal enjoyment. But if you want to subscribe to me, that's okay. I'm not going to entertain the idea of you guys, if you guys should be subscribing to me. I'm not going to convince you guys. I'm not going to force you guys. If you want to subscribe to me, I would really appreciate it, and I'll be ever so grateful to you. And on that note, guys, I think we should just get started. In the previous episode, I did sign in the likes of the following players that you see on the screen now. For all of my non-existent fans and future viewers, if you do get a glimpse of this video, be sure to pause it just to have a quick look at some of the players that I am going for. But guys, that's not all of them. I signed over 20 players on pre-contracts just for this first day of the January transfer window. And I'm not kidding, over 20 players I have tried to sign. Whether I get them all or not, I do not know. I don't plan to get them all. I just plan to get the players such as Robin, who is a world-class winger, or midfielder by the looks of it. Maybe Contral, Martinez, and especially Hummels. I would love to see them guys in my squad. I would love to see them for Season 3. And we're just going to have to go with the flow. As you can see on my finances, I've got a shit ton of money. I put on my wage budget 1 million just to be on the safe side, because I tend to, as a FIFA player, buy players in the summer and then sign pre-contracts in January. That's just the way I play. So it's something to look forward to in the next season. And things do get a little bit crazy, I must admit, especially in Season 2, where all of those players on pre-contracts came in. And it got me in a little bit of a rut in terms of not being able to loan them out or sell them. Speaking of a rut and players to sell, I am as of this moment, trying to convince the likes of Benaglio in signing a new contract. Because at the moment, he's a glitched goalkeeper of 88 overall and worth a lot of money. The whole point of him coming into this club was so I could sell him off. I don't plan on playing him in my first team. I mean, he could, don't get me wrong, but you can see he is very unhappy and he should play more. But he hasn't given me any stick. And as you can see, I can't offer him a new contract because the last contract I offered him, he did not like the wage demands. I didn't want to pay $250,000 a week, especially to a player who doesn't play in my squad. But I'm afraid that's a sacrifice I'm going to have to make, because in the long run, I will get a lot of money for this player. But let's see what happens, because we are in the January transfer window and Benaglio is eligible to be snatched by another club for free. So guys, throughout this month I am going to be playing 5 games through simulation. I am one of them players who simulates every single game. It's just the way I play it. I find it a lot more enjoyable. I'm not a very good FIFA player, to be honest, but I am a pretty decent manager, in my opinion. So I've been simulating every game. It's made it a lot more interesting, completely dramatic and building tension, and I am an improvisational gamer, which means that things happen. A player could end up getting a serious injury. A player could want to feels like he's unsettled and wants to leave. I sign new players. You know, it just makes it, I can't really explain it, it's very difficult to explain, but it makes the experience so much more better, and hopefully it'll be very entertaining for you guys as well. The following games we have this month in the Liga are as followed. In order: FC Lorient, Bordeaux, Stade Rennais, and Lille. We do have a cup game this month in the Coupe de Ligue. We have qualified to enter into the quarter-final against FC Nantes. So our first squad is definitely going to have to show them who's boss. In the meantime, guys, we are going to simulate day by day throughout January so we do not miss any transfers. As you can see in the table, right now, we are in second place after 19 games, only 2 points behind Lille. It was around this time last year that we were probably in the same spot. AS Monaco are behind us, so are Lyonnais and Stade Rennais. So it will be interesting to see what happens in the next following months, but more importantly, it'll be interesting to see what happens this month. Guys, I'm going to simulate to the 2nd of January, and I'm probably going to get a shit ton of emails based on the amount of pre-contracts I am trying to sign. I'm not kidding. I wish I shortlisted them all, but I'm afraid I'm just going to have to go through them with you as we receive them. First 2 emails are from Charlie Austin. I've reviewed your offer with my agent and we can't agree to your terms because I need to understand the role that I will have at your club. However, if you revise your offer as follows, we may reconsider. So, he wants $120 million. Excuse me, $1 million a week. Fuck that. Excuse my French, no pun intended. He wants $120,000 a week. I said this in my previous episode. I don't think Charlie Austin deserves that amount of money, considering he's not going to be in my first squad. Now, I have been told by one of my subscribers that Charlie Austin is amazing when it comes to simulating games. So I am interested in signing him for Season 3. And I think he can just about fit into the second squad. Right now, no. But we're going to have to make some arrangements come Season 3 if Charlie Austin accepts our contract. I offered him no squad role specified, 3 years and $100,000 a week. I think that's reasonable. That's $30,000 more than what he was getting from QPR, and only $20,000 less than what he wants. But he wanted to know what squad role I would give him. So I'm not going to say future first team player because, in my opinion, that means you only get 1 game a season, and you will be in the future of PSG. So it's definitely not that role. Sporadic first team player, in my opinion, means you get a game once every blue moon. So in my opinion, that probably means 2 to 5 games a season. Mainly that squad role gets given to the likes of players in my youth academy, or probably really old players who I don't think is going to hardly get a game in the season. I'm going to try sporadic first team player because I don't want to give him squad rotation just yet, but that will be the last resort. If he demands important first team player or crucial first team player, then that's not going to be acceptable and I'm just going to have to turn him down. But for now, just to set pace, we are going to say sporadic first team player along with 3 years and $100,000. Hopefully he accepts it, but in the long run, I'm not desperate to buy this player. So that would be our first reply. So we can delete that straight away. And we have another email from the PSG board telling us that we have a match rescheduled against Bordeaux. We're going to face them sooner rather than later, which is absolutely fine. With no other emails coming in, guys, we are now going to check to see if anybody has been bought and they have not. So checking the news, in the transfer news, Hummels heads list for several clubs. So this is not looking good. I am not the only manager who is keen to sign the likes of Mats Hummels. So hopefully we will get to sign him. I did sign him on the first day of the January transfer window. So I'm hoping he will come to his senses and join us for season 3. Also, Ospina is been Ospina is on a couple of clubs' interest, particularly Saint Etienne. I understand he is a Arsenal goalkeeper. So that's all I've got to say about that, really. Roma's keen on signing ter Stegen. That would be interesting. Valencia reportedly look to bolster their attack. Valencia trying to sign Muller as well as Chelsea are trying to sign Muller. Wow. Alright, Sanson I hardly know about. But yeah, let's just move on. Let's move on. I don't think I'm going to buy anybody. I did entertain the idea of bringing Cristiano Ronaldo into the squad, which would be the most exciting news ever since the beginning of the series. Guys, I'm not going to say I'm definitely going to bring him into the squad. Quite frankly, if we sign Ronaldo, then we will hardly be able to sign any pre-contracts, which is how I produce a lot of money. But the way I think about it, and you guys are probably thinking the same thing, is what's the point in making money if you're not going to spend it? The whole point in the back of my mind is if I make money, the reason that I make money is so I can spend it for the likes of players like Cristiano Ronaldo. So let's analyse the situation. Cristiano Ronaldo from Real Madrid, 31 years old, plays left wing. He's 94 overall. His stats are phenomenal. World-class player and arguably one of the best. He's valued at $94 million. So we can afford him. Hands down. Cards on the table. We can afford him. His wages are $525,000 a week. We can afford that as well. I'm going to add him to the shortlist because if there's any other clubs that are looking to buy Ronaldo, I want to know about it. For some reason, I can't inquire. I cannot inquire about Ronaldo, so I'm just going to go for a straight buy. A player of his class is unlikely to want to join our team. Why would Cristiano Ronaldo not want to join PSG? Does he think he's better than us? To be fair, in his defence, he is. Can I do a straight swap with Ibrahimovic? Probably not. I wouldn't do that, guys. I mean, last season I would have done it, but I wouldn't do that right now because his contract is running out. And it would be nice to say goodbye to Ibrahimovic when he comes to the end of his career. Okay, so why don't we just offer out his value? I'm just going to put in 94 million and see what Real Madrid say. Just out of curiosity, because I am one of them players who does test things. I test things to seduce my curiosity, you know, just to be on the safe side. And you know, when I pop the question like, would Real Madrid sell Ronaldo for his value to PSG? And that is why I am doing this now. Moving on, guys, since there's nothing else I want to do, no other players I really want to buy. I don't really buy players in January unless I'm absolutely desperate. It's mainly for pre-contracts. So we are heading into the 3rd of January, guys. The 3rd of January. We are almost halfway through this episode. So we do have plenty of time to fit in some more content. We do have an update from England. our scout, Jonathan Clements, is giving us a scouts report for first team quality players. This, there's no point in sending me a scout report for players in January. Unless these players have got 6 months left on their contract. But AS Monaco are interested in bringing Ericsson, sorry. So that's interesting to know. Okay. Juan Mata. Panic. Janic. I can never pronounce his name. Miralem. AS Monaco are interested in Ozil as well. Wow. Hamzik. Schweinsteiger. Baines. These are all quality players. But there's no point in sending me the scout report. So I'm just going to delete that. Counter offer received from Charlie Austin. I've reviewed your offer with my agent and we can't agree to your terms because the wage you have offered me is too low. However, if you revise your offer as follows, we may reconsider. Right, so 3 years is fine. I think he's happy with the sporadic first team player, but he's just not happy with $100,000 a week. Let's try 110. 110. If he doesn't accept this, guys, I'm going to say to you right now, I won't sign him. 110. My final offer would probably be 115. So this is my second to last offer for Charlie Austin. And he's the only person that's getting back to me. I literally done loads of pre-contract offers. And I'm hoping I can show you with my transfer negotiations. That's received. That's sent. Look at that, people. All of these players I'm trying to sign. Okay? Just to make some money. Some of them are going to join the squad. But, you know, others are going to just be sold. It's that simple. So, we are going to move on, guys, onto the 4th of January. That's my sister's birthday, so hopefully we'll get some deals coming through. Now, I've got over 9 emails, so this is it, guys, the money-making moment. I've got a transfer offer for Lucas. Napoli want to buy Lucas from me for $30,500,000. So that's more than his value. My chief executive says Lucas is playing great football, but is not a crucial player in our squad. His market value should be between 36.4 and 43.6. So if you send a counter offer, they might go for it. Guys, I'm thinking, I love Lucas. I want him to stay in my team, but I'm the kind of FIFA player that never turns down an offer. I always send a counter offer just in case. Because I like Lucas, and my chief executive thinks he's worth a lot more money, I'm going to say to Napoli, you need to give me $50 million if you want Lucas. I think that's fair. He's 24 years old, 82 overall. He's still got a lot to offer. So we're going to delete that email. Diego Alves has accepted this pre-contract. He was one of the players on my shortlist, and he has accepted a wage of $180,000 a week. I wish I could have seen the offer I made to him. So before I accept or reject anything, I'm going to go and see in my transfers if I can actually see the offer I made to them. Transfer negotiations. Successful. Sent. Okay. I think this works out, guys. I think this works out because look, I offered $400,000 for Rob N and 3 years. I remember doing that. So let's look at, who is it I wanted to look at? Was it Alves? There we go. So it is Diego Alves, 85 overall. He's 85 overall and he's 31 years old. 6'2", 135 pounds. From Brazil. He's a left-footed goalkeeper who's acrobatic. Weak foot and skill moves doesn't necessarily mean jack shit when you're a goalkeeper. Skill attributes you never should need to look at for a goalkeeper. Mental attributes, I don't really look at them for a goalkeeper either. It's the physical attributes that you should be focusing on. But the most important attributes is goalkeeping attributes. And they look pretty good. He's got excellent diving, excellent reflexes, good handling, good kicking, and good positioning. No specialities and no traits. So we offered him $180,000 a week plus 4 years. Because he's got about 4 years left in him. Because of my policy of leaving my squad if you're 35 years old. Unless you have an 88 overall and above. So that's one. So let's have a look at the rest of our emails. Yaya Toure has accepted. Mertesacker has accepted. Talalan has accepted. Danny has accepted. Vitolo has accepted. Now, we've got a counter offer from Chedju. Or is it Chedjao? So, shall we say Chedjao? Is this the dickhead, right? Excuse my language. Who thinks I am going to give him... Yeah, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. This dickhead thinks I'm going to pay him $200,000 a week. Have you seen the guy's stats? Let's have a look at his stats. Is he on this? He's on this list of 6 months and under on his contract. I'm just going to type in his name. Ched Jiao. Alright, it doesn't work on Fathead, so I'm going to have to go on Fatwiz. Where are ya? Ched Jiao. Okay. The guy has no growth whatsoever. No growth whatsoever, and he's supposed to be 80 in overall, but I reckon that's gone down because we're in season 2. He's from Galatasaray. He's a centre-back at 31 years old. Okay form, content morale. He has the audacity of thinking he's going to get from $80,000 to $200,000. This guy ain't a world-class centre-back. Let's be serious. And I offered him $100,000. I thought that was fair. And do you know what? This guy is getting on my nerves so much that I'm not even going to bother making him a second offer. Instead, I think I'm just going to get my scout to scout him to see how much he's valued. But this email goes straight in to the contract deal. So we're going to go back, have a look at the transfer negotiations, look at the ones that was sent. Ched Jiao. Okay. I'm just going to have to go on search players, aren't I? That's fine. Ched Jiao. Ask S. Barbet to scout Aurelian Ched Jiao. So we will get in 18 days how much he's worth. So for now, he can do one. have we entered it? Yeah, we'll enter him on our shortlist as well, just so we don't make the mistake of having to come back on the search engine in order to look for him. I'm not interested in this guy. I just think, what a cheek to ask for that amount of money. We'll get rid of his bloody email. Alright, Lucas Piszczek has accepted. Is that how you pronounce it? Piszczek? I mean, these names, they're not ridiculous, but they're really hard to pronounce. Ramirez has accepted. Okay, we've got another email from Charlie Austin. Good morning. After further review, we have decided that we will not permit Charlie Austin to join your club on loan. We wish you all the best in finding a player that meets your criteria. Good luck for the season. Hang on a minute. I never asked for him to come on loan. I just offered him a new contract. Whoa. What's going on here then? I do remember asking him to come to my club in the summer for a loan. That took him a long time to answer that, didn't they? Let's delete that for now and let's go back on Charlie Austin, because I want to know if he would come to the club in Season 3 based on the offer I gave him. Right, let's give him one final offer, guys. Sporadic first team player, 3 years, $115,000 a week. Let's see what he says on that. How bizarre. I'm glad I got that on the record. But yeah. Moving on. So the rest of these emails, guys, are just players who've accepted their contract. But I don't want to accept any of their contracts until the big names come in. I want to secure the likes of Robben, Max Hummels, Martinez, and Contral. Once I get them 4, I'll be happy to sign any of these guys. But at least we know that they've accepted. Speaking of which, I'm going to go into my contracts to see if we can offer Benaglio a new contract. Yes, we can. I'm just not going to risk it for a biscuit, guys. I'm going to offer him 1 year and the 250. Why the hell not? Let's see if he accepts that. Because he's worth a lot of money. And I mean a lot of money. Now, my question is, guys, to end the episode is... My question is, do we stall all of these contracts to give us more time? What do you guys think? I think we should maybe leave it. No, actually, I'm going to stall them all. To end the episode, guys, I'm going to stall every one of these contracts to give us more time. I don't want to accept them yet because I need those bigger names, those bigger players who I want definitely to be in the PSG squad for Season 3. But at least we know that all of these guys have accepted their contracts. And it was rather easy, even more easier than last season. Last season, I was trying to get them for less money. But I'm not messing about this year because I have more money than I did last year. And I'm just giving them what they want with just no squad role specified. So in the meantime, guys, I'm going to end it there. Please stay tuned for another episode that will be coming shortly. Based on the time, I think I'm going to squeeze in one more episode before lunchtime. Thank you very much, guys. I'm your boy, Millsaurus. This is FIFA 16, Paris Saint-Germain Career Mode Season 2. I'll see you guys very soon. And above all else, peace!